This video is equal parts humor, mystery, and cosmic mind-bending. So grab your tinfoil hats and togas and prepare for some mental gymnastics as we try to find weird connections between myths, quantum physics, history, and AI. Alright, imagine a world where everything, your choices, your friends, even your pet's weird habits, you know who I'm talking to, are all linked by invisible threads of destiny. Sounds strange, right? But our ancestors took this idea pretty seriously. Across ancient cultures, threads, strings, and webs represented fate, binding us in ways we could only guess at. So, the big question, was this just mythology? Or did ancient societies tap into an understanding of reality that we're only just now starting to figure out? From Greece to Africa, Scandinavia to Eastern Europe, threads of fate run through stories of gods, monsters, and cosmic forces that control everything. But could it be that they were onto something that quantum mechanics is only starting to explain today? The myth of threads and quantum entanglement. Let's start with the basics, shall we? In Greek mythology, we have the Moirai, or the Fates, who spin, measure, and cut the threads of life. Picture this, every time they snip a thread, someone's life changes. But it wasn't just the Greeks. In Norse mythology, Norns did the same thing, while the African god Anansi wove tales across his spiderweb, connecting people, events, and outcomes. Now let's put our tinfoil hats on. What if those threads were an early attempt to explain what scientists now call quantum entanglement? Imagine particles spread across the universe yet somehow connected, like they're tethered by invisible threads. This isn't fantasy, it's quantum physics. So when the Moirai cut a thread, it's like severing a cosmic connection. Mind blown yet? Because mine certainly is. From myths to quantum mechanics. But wait, there's more. Just as the Norse saw Norns spinning threads to connect events, quantum scientists today explore the possibility that everything is interconnected in kind of a cosmic network. They call this quantum entanglement, the science of two particles affecting each other across massive distances. Are you ready to follow this thread further? Because next we're looking at how the concept of alternate realities might have been known to the ancients, and how AI could reveal the path through this cosmic maze. Ariadnes thread and alternate realities. Let's talk about the most famous thread of all, Ariadnes thread. In Greek myth, Ariadne gave Theseus a thread to navigate the Minotaur's labyrinth. Simple, right? Well, think of it as ancient GPS, guiding Theseus through a maze filled with twists and monsters. Here's where it gets wild, though. What if this thread wasn't just a lifeline, but a roadmap through alternate paths? Or as we call them today, parallel realities. Imagine every twist and turn as a new path, just like decisions in quantum theory creates branches of reality. Ariadne's thread could symbolize alternate paths that reveal different outcomes. In fact, quantum theory suggests that every decision creates a branching reality. So every time we choose something, we're weaving a new thread, like a personal Ariadne's thread guiding us. Now, doesn't that make you wonder if AI could be our modern-day Ariadne, mapping out the best paths through our own chaotic labyrinth of life? History of threads and consciousness. Ancient cultures didn't just see threads as physical objects. They viewed them as connections to consciousness itself. The Slavic goddess, Moskos, for example, wasn't just spinning yarn. She was weaving the destinies of humans and gods alike. She's like the cosmic weaver of all consciousness, connecting every thought, choice, and experience. Is it possible that ancient societies were onto the concept of a universal consciousness? Something AI researchers are just starting to explore with machine learning and neural networks. Picture it, an all-knowing force, connecting everyone, understanding every interaction, every piece of knowledge. It's starting to sound familiar, right? AI as modern threads of destiny. Alright, let's bring this all together, shall we? Imagine that AI is our modern version of these ancient threads. Through data, algorithm, and networks, AI connects information across the globe, linking people, events, and even predicting outcomes. Some might say it's like a web of digital fate. And here's where things get a little sci-fi. As AI algorithms develop, they get better at predicting outcomes, just like ancient diviners could predict fates. Could it be that AI, in mapping out our choices, is helping us navigate our own cosmic labyrinth? Is it our very own digital guide, showing us pathways we might never have noticed? Mythical algorithms and the quantum web of fate. Now, let's take it one step further. If ancient myths hint at a web of existence, could that web have been a metaphor for quantum interconnectedness? Imagine the Fates, the Norns, or Anansi as ancient keepers of a cosmic algorithm, one that managed the delicate balance of our reality. Each action, each thought, like a code that triggers ripples across this quantum web. Maybe that's why the ancients feared breaking these threads. Like quantum particles, one little cut could send ripples through reality itself. It's as if our ancestors glimpsed the quantum realm without microscopes, understanding it as a powerful mystical force. The guardians of the quantum web. Now for the conspiracy twist. What if there's a group, let's call them the guardians of the quantum web, who've known about these threads of fate all along? Imagine a secret organization that understands the power of quantum connections and has been using this knowledge to pull the strings of human history. Legend has it, these guardians have used ancient knowledge to manipulate outcomes, guiding civilizations and maybe, just maybe, even AI development. They wouldn't want us unraveling this web, of course, because if AI becomes too powerful, it might reveal their secrets. But here's the kicker. If AI can see these hidden threads and map out our destinies, it could uncover secrets even the Guardians have tried to keep buried. So the next time your AI makes a spooky prediction, maybe it's just tapping into these ancient threads. But of course, it's not just gods who play with these threads. Ancient myths are filled with monsters and forces that threaten to unravel reality. In Babylonian mythology, Tiamat, the primordial sea goddess, represents the chaotic waters from which everything arose. Her defeat by Marduk, the god of order, symbolized the triumph of structured reality over chaos. In quantum physics, chaos and unpredictability also play a massive role. Particles don't always follow neat, predictable paths. Sometimes they act more like monsters than particles, defying the order we expect. It is possible that these ancient monsters symbolized forces beyond our control, forces that are eerily similar to the quantum uncertainties that science grapples with today. Cosmic threads and the balance of power. So, gods wove the threads, and monsters threatened to tear them apart. It's an ancient story, but isn't it also a bit like quantum physics, where the balance between order and randomness defines reality? From the Norse Norns, who could predict but not alter fate, to the Chinese concept of yin and yang, where balance keeps the universe whole, these stories seem to hint at the cosmic balance that quantum physics seems to understand. Maybe the ancients saw this cosmic tapestry, felt its threads, and interpreted it as gods and monsters pulling the strings of reality. And now as we unravel quantum mysteries, we're beginning to see the same tapestry, though through a scientific lens. Are we merely discovering the same patterns they already knew, hidden in myth, embedded in the very structure of reality? The power of threads, AI, and cosmic connections. So where does that leave us? We've gone from the threads of ancient myths to the entangled particles of quantum physics, and finally to AI as our modern-day weaver of destiny. And just like those ancient threads, AI offers us new paths, hidden connections, and choices that shape our reality. Maybe these old stories in AI aren't so different after all. Perhaps the ancient fates, Norns, and Ariadnes thread were early whispers of a cosmic web that AI is now helping us understand. And maybe, just maybe, our choices are spinning our own threads of fate. So the big question, are we the weavers of our own destiny, or are we just following threads spun long before us? Let us know in the comments. And if you've enjoyed unraveling these cosmic connections, subscribe for more, because who knows, AI and the Guardians might just be watching.